Hi, this video is in light of the passing of Terry Jones, famous, among other things, Monty Python's Life of Brian. But in light of the song In Life of Brian, always think on the bright side of life. Let's move on. Now, what we have here is a parable within the Bible, right? But before I explain what I want to say, this is my own version of what Monty Python did with the Life of Brian, where Monty Python challenged a person in relation to who they follow and why they follow, and that was the whole point of the film, get you to question your devotion to someone. Now, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but with the death of Terry Jones, it seems fitting I can put him in this parable. Now, the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. Now, Jesus related this story, and it was about a rich Jew who was well off, well liked, everything was going fine for him, and we have another Jew, I think. I can't be certain. I think he was a Jew, but I don't know what type of Jew he was. And he was a sick person, a cripple, and every day he was rested near the side of this rich man's house, and every day this rich man rejected having to deal with this sick individual, Lazarus. Not to be confused with the raising of Lazarus, Jesus was involved with elsewhere. Now, before I say something, I'd like to point out that Terry Jones, it's very fitting that Terry Jones has some kind of issue in his later years, because that fits in with the sick man that dies in this parable. Now, Terry Jones was also loved and supported by his friends, which this sick man wasn't. And this is what Jesus was trying to get over, among other things. You see, the Jews had God. They could claim God was with them, but they never understood what God was about. They never understood his love. And other parables used this, like the parable of the Good Samaritan, because a Samaritan wasn't a Jew, and Jesus was relating non-Jews who should have been loving because they had God with them, weren't. Now, and this is Terry Jones, as far as I know, wasn't a Jew, but he was loved and supported by people. Whether that is a subconscious thing, unacknowledged, but it came from Christianity, you'll have to figure that one out. You have to understand where kindness comes from. Because kindness didn't come from atheism, because Freddie Mercury and Bill Gates are atheists, and they never gave out of their poverty. They only gave out of their wealth. It was God that inspired a poor person to give out of their poverty. And there's another story in the Bible about the poor woman who gives out of her poverty. Anyway, back to this parable. Now, I want to change it in light of the passing of Terry Jones. Now, what we have is the rich man, Lazarus, and Terry Jones. The rich man dies, Lazarus dies, Terry Jones has died. And they all meet up in the same place, like in the actual parable that Jesus related. Now, my question is, what would Terry Jones have said to the person who greeted the three after they had died? Would Terry have behaved like the rich man, saying, "Oh, please allow me to go back to warn my brothers of what they have to do"? But he wasn't given the opportunity to. But how or what would Terry have said? Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I hope I made sense and it came across. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, wherever you are. Bye.